Hello everyone, welcome back to the permanent magnet AC motor drives. So we were discussing about sinusoidal permanent magnet AC motor drives. There are trapezoidal type permanent magnet AC motor drives also. So in case of a sinusoidal PMAC motor, as we all know, the induced voltages are in the shape of sinusoidal waveform, that is sinusoidally distributed. So we can use a sinusoidal PWM inverter in case of a sinusoidal permanent magnet AC motor. That is a voltage source inverter that we already discussed in the induction motor drives also. The control, we can have a voltage control and a frequency control. So we can achieve V by F control if you are using a VSI fed synchronous permanent magnet synchronous motor. See this 3-phase permanent magnet synchronous motor inverter circuit. Here you can see that this is a voltage source inverter. So it is connected to the stator of permanent magnet synchronous motor. And this voltage source inverter, you can vary the voltage and frequency. And the operation of this PWM inverter is either it will be in 180 degree conduction mode or 120 degree conduction mode. And the speed of the motor can be varied by changing the stator supply frequency. And for the speed control below the base speed, V by F ratio is kept as constant. So we are varying the voltage and frequency simultaneously. And for the above the base speed, speed control above the base speed, voltage is kept maximum rated value and frequency is varying, so that V by F we cannot maintain as constant. Flux will be reduced above the base speed. So it is the field weakening operation. And permanent magnet AC motors are fed from variable voltage, variable frequency inverters. The inverter switches are fired according to the rotor position information. So the inverter can be operated in the 120 degree or 180 degree conduction mode. That means if it is a 180 degree conduction mode, each device in the inverter is conducts for a period of 180 degree. If it is a 120 degree conduction mode, each device will be conducting for 120 degree. So in case of a, this is a circuit diagram of a PWM a voltage source inverter. Here you can see there are 6 switches and 3 legs. Each leg has 2 switches. S1 and S2 are operating complementarily. S3 and S4 is a complementary switches. S5 and X is operating complementarily. So you can see that for a 180 degree duration, each switch will be conducting for a duration of 180 degree, and after each 60 degree, one switch will be turned off and another will be turned on. And the conduction period of each switches are 180 degree or 120 degree in the case of a 120 degree mode of operation. So at a time, in case of 180 degree conduction mode, at a time 3 switches will be conducting. For a 180 degree operation, at a time 3 switches will be in on condition. So that we will be discussed. I hope all of you know the operation in 180 degree and 120 degree conduction mode, because you studied in the power electronics. The same thing here, we refreshing the idea. So what we will do here is open and symmetrically closes these 6 switches to get the 3-phase voltage output for the resistive load. So there are 2 possible ways of triggering the switches to achieve this desired sinusoidal output, that is the 180 degree or 120 degree conduction mode. So let's see 180 degree conduction mode. Suppose these are three legs means first leg S1 S2, second leg switches are S3 and S4, third leg switches are S5 and S6, and this S1 will be conducting. If S1 is on, means it will be conducts for 180 degree duration. That means this will be turned on only after 180 degree. Okay, only after turned off the switch this is turned on. You cannot turn on both switches in a same time, so it is not possible to conduct. It is not possible to conduct two switches in the same leg at a time, so that will create a short circuit. So this, if this is switched on at 0 degree, and if it will be continuing in the conduction up to 180 degree, and after that this will come into the picture. So suppose from the first leg S1 is turned on, and it will be obviously conduct for a 180 degree duration, and second after 60 degree, this is numbered in the order of its after 60 degree the switch S3 will be turned on. After 60 degree from S1, switch S3 will be turned on. Then after 60 degree S5 will be turned on. This is from leg 1, this is leg 2, this is leg 3. So you can see that from after this next 180 degree, definitely its complementary one S2. So after S1 180 degree, next 180 degree is S2, and after S3 next 180 degree S4 will be turned on. After S5 next 180 degree S6 will be turned on, and obviously you can fill here also. Then that is before this S3 definitely S4 will be there. This 2 we can fill all this up to 360 degree, up to 360, or you can fill up this blanked spaces. Before S3 definitely it is S4, and before S5, before that 180 degree conduction will be S6, and you can fill here and here S6, and before that S5. So you can complete the conduction devices like this. From 0 to 360 degree you can analyze, or again you can see that from 0 to 60 3 devices will be turned on. 3 devices, that is S1 is there, S4 is there, S5 is there. So 0 to 60 degree S1, S4 and S5 are closed, and the remaining switches are opened. And you can see that 60 to 120 degree S5 is turned off. Now it is S6 is here, S4 is here, S1 is here. So S1, S4 and S6 are on for 60 to 120 degree. Then 120 to 180 degree S6, S3 and S1. You can see that now the S1 its 180 degrees over. Then 180 to 240 you can see S6, S3 and S2. Then 240 to 300 S5, S3 and S2, and 300 to 360 it is S5, S4 and S2. Okay, so you can understand for each 60 degree or all the time duration 3 switches will be turned on. 3 switches will be in the conduction, and after each switches will be conducting for a duration of 180 degree, and after every 60 degree one switches will be turned off and another will be turned on. And you can analyze this circuit. I hope all of you done this analysis earlier in your power electronics. You can analyze for every region what is the output voltage by using equivalent diagram. That is, for example, I am not doing the equivalent diagram, deriving the equivalent diagrams and obtaining all of the equations and analysis here, because that is already you have done in your power electronics classes. For example, I just refreshing the things. For a 0 to 60 degree, you can see that S1, S4 and S5 are on. S5, S4 and S1 are on. Then you can see that this is the condition of the circuit. That is S1, S4 and S5 are closed. S1 is closed, S4 is closed and S5 is closed. Then you can draw corresponding equivalent diagram like this. Okay, S1 is the A point, then S4, that is a B lower part of that leg, then S5 is C. You can draw the equivalent diagram. From the equivalent diagram you can write each phase voltages equation. VA naught that is equal to, these two are equal, VA naught and VC naught. By using voltage divider formula you will get, if the voltage input DC voltage is Vs, then VA naught is equal to VC naught is equal to Vs by 3. Similarly here VB naught is minus 2 Vs by 3, that you can obtain from the voltage divider formula. So VA naught is Vs by 3, VC naught is Vs by 3 and VB naught is minus 2 Vs by 3. That is the case for a 0 to 60 degree duration. Similar way you can write, you can draw the equivalent diagrams, conditions of this circuitry for every 60 degree and write all these phase voltages like this. That is given here. Corresponding to 0 to 60 degree you can see that VA naught is and VC naught is equal, here we are written as VA naught VC naught equal to Vs by 3. VA naught is Vs by 3 and VC naught is also same, Vs by 3, but VB naught is minus 2 Vs by 3. For 0 to 60 degree it is minus 2 Vs by 3. Similar way for 60 to 180, 120 to 60 to 120, 120 to 180 and up to all the 360 degree you can obtain VA naught, VB naught and VC naught, and hence you can find out VAB, VBC and line voltages also. You will get a alternating output voltage from that circuit by switching like this. So that is a 180 degree conduction mode of operation, and for each 60 degree you can derive the equations and draw the output voltages. That is not relevant, you should understand this theory, but in case of a drive application you need not to do all this analysis. You just explain how a voltage source inverter is operating in the 120 and 180 degree by giving one or two examples, one or two equivalent diagrams, and you can draw the output voltage like that. So complete analysis not under the scope of the drive subject. You need no need to do that here. I just refresh the idea only. 180 degree conduction mode. Similarly 120 degree conduction mode, each switch is conducting for 120 degree duration. If S1 is conducted for 120 duration, means after this there is a blank time, and S2 is turned on after 180 degree. This is conducting for 120 degree duration. Again next to 60 degree there is no switch in that leg is on, then S1 like that. You can complete this switching devices list. Each switch is conducting for a 120 degree duration. Hence 0 to 60 S1 and S4 is conducting. 60 to 120 S1 and S6 are conducting. Like this you can right, we will discuss in the next class about 120 degree conduction.